Now you are.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary Division 3 March Board and Staff Meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Silence is his phone.
We're there. We're working. You don't trust me. I just hit the button.
Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Yes. R. Sherman.
Here, present.
B. Robotsky.
Present.
J. Laliva.
Present.
K. Sattler.
Present.
DivThree.
Here.
M. Byer.
Here.
L. Rutledge.
Anyone here from 3-7? No, as far as the
Vice
Commander?
No, the Vice Commander is...
The IPFC?
That's me.
Okay.
J. Barnes.
Present.
M. Brody.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Terrific. Okay, I have our Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing as the newest district chaplain, Mr. Richard Raswell. Congratulations. Will lead us in the invocation.
Thank you. As we pray, we've had a service on Friday for an auxiliarist, Mr. Bruno, who passed away. We had a wreath laying ceremony, so please remember him and his family as we bow. We thank you for this opportunity to be together. We ask you for wisdom, for guidance and direction in all that we do. Bless our country and the men and women who serve it. Is our prayer.
Amen.
Thank you very much. You're welcome, everybody. Yeah,
Somebody in our division passed away?
Division 6.
Miami.
okay, we have any guests with us this evening? Okay. I think we're okay. And we can, Madam Secretary, the Secretary's report has been distributed to all the membership. Does the board have a chance to review it? I'm looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the February Division 3 meeting.
Move to approve as submitted.
Made by Brett Rapotsky, seconded by Mr. Barnes. All those in favor of any discussion on the motion? Hearing none. I'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Thank you. For the financial report, Gail could not be with us tonight, so I have the report. I know it's been emailed to everybody. Our beginning cash balance was $6,107. I'm not going to go through pennies. Total cash, $6,107. Income, the change of watch and dues constituted $12,086. Our expenses on the COW is $480, which was our deposit coming up for 2019. Member training, $118 for Augs Lambs, which is the division sponsored refreshments. Dues, $10,074. Total expenses, $10,672. Our ending cash balance, this is terrific, $7,521. That's more than double than when we started in January of 2018. So I want to thank everybody for their terrific fiscal practices, and it's working. So this is the financial report. I'm looking for a motion to accept the report and file for audit. I'm a board member, made by Fatilla 3-9 Commander Mark Brody, seconded by Fatilla 3-7 IPFC Carlos Arenas. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor of filing with the Secretary's report for accepting the report and filing for audit as read, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay, our station report. I texted with our Lieutenant Wallen this afternoon, and he can't make it. And this is what he asked me to ask everybody. He says, Bob, I have to drop out of this one tonight. We finally got our delivery of household goods that got lost during our move, and we're trying to sort it all through. Please pass along my thanks to the entire division for their motivation to get things rolling again. We are smoking every other division, especially in operations. Also, my many thanks and support to the entire division for the Boat Forces Rodeo. As always, you are the best of the best. That's his report. I want to thank everybody here for getting us rolling again in the areas of surface operations, Mark. Real good job with that. With PA, Peter, putting the Boat Forces Rodeo together. Where's Mr. Etheridge? There he is, right there. With Bob, terrific job. We had a real good showing with it, both on the land and the water, showing support for the station, and the people at the station really appreciate what we're doing. I'll let Mark and Peter talk more about their own reports on how good we're doing so far in the first quarter of the year. Okay, we have District 7 report. Ms. Rutherford, I believe, is still on vacation, so that gives it to you, Mr. Etheridge. District 7 report from the...
Nothing from her.
Nothing? Okay, that's good. We'll go down for the Division Commander report. Fellowship update. Mario, do you have any update on that?
Yeah.
Great.
Let's see, we've been talking about this bowling evening, 2 hours anyway. Been talking to Diamond Strike Lanes here in Pompano Beach. Had no luck getting any kind of a discount from them. They're pretty hard about that. Besides that, it's just one topping pizza.
Which one is this? This is Diamond?
One pizza? Yeah. No, one pizza per lane, yeah.
You might want to try the one in both off of Glade, just behind
Yeah,
Glade.
I know there's one there, but the reason I'm talking to these guys is closer to everybody, right? The local one's kind
They
of...
were doing very good when we went there. Yeah, it was a good deal.
You're talking about the one behind the mall?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll certainly look at that if people don't mind driving all the way up there. I was looking for something more central.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Okay. A pizza per lane, one topping pizza per lane, and a pitcher of soda, or you can substitute water. So,
A picture or a picture?
a pitcher.
8 by 10.
Where I'm from,
Oh,
the
you
picture is
picture.
the picture you look at. Yeah.
What are you, questioning my English?
So it's 5 people to a pizza and
Yeah.
1 pitcher.
Right.
Not
lane.
enough.
No beer?
I'm afraid to talk now.
So here you're always on your own.
All right, so here, wait
We'll
for
back
it.
finish this report. You're
Yeah.
working hard. Go
Hang
ahead.
on here. So the price all included is $962.08, which comes out to, with 50 folks, about $20.78 per person, which includes about an 8% charge for the Eventbrite, for using that.
So $21 a person, Rob.
$21 a person.
And how long is it?
It's about 2 hours.
You bowl, what does it cost
That's
you?
a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
We had a lot of them over at...
George was in a bowling league, I didn't know what it cost.
You know, it was right around the same thing.
And that's with the automatic keep score?
I have no
And
idea.
I'm sure if you go up there with...
Advocates. I mean, Mike Byers is here.
They'll probably fill it up for you.
Oh,
You know, it's not a big
Yeah,
deal.
there's an 18% charge for what they call catering, which I never consider pizza catering, but
Try the other place. Try the other place.
and they wouldn't come down.
Well, I think
on
the
that.
bowling idea is great. I think $21 a person, to charge $20 a person is terrific.
Okay, and the date, we got to pick a date.
Yeah, that's,
How about how does May 7th sound to everybody?
Can too.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm sorry, the 6th, May 6th, Monday, May 6th.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we got his report.
End of report.
All right, thank you very much. I think that's terrific. Again, now we can have a discussion on it.
Oh, all right, one more thing, I'm
Okay.
sorry, I ended a little bit too soon. So I know we need a $100 deposit to reserve the date, but later on in the same documentation that they sent me, it says you need to pay up 1/2 of the whole thing. The $100 deposit non-refundable, the other half is up to 14 days. I've been trying to clarify which one of those is actually the case, but I couldn't get a hold of anybody today.
That's what I think.
What's the date again?
Monday.
Monday the 6th, May 6th.
I think it's a great idea.
Can we discuss days of the week?
Everybody.
What?
I mean, it's day after Cinco de Mayo, but...
Okay.
So?
We'll come and have a picture.
Okay. First, let's have a motion to accept a motion from the board, then we can talk about it. A motion to move for discussion purposes.
I'd like to discuss something.
Well,
You know-
I need it from the board first.
I'll move that we have a bowling event to take place in the early part of May, location and price to be determined.
For discussion purposes, Okay, second by Bruce Reed. Okay. Now, first, okay, I'll let the membership talk about it. Go ahead, George.
One problem we had at least 3 of them over at Margate, and we had 25 people in our flotilla, and we had 5 show up one time, and 3 another. Remember, Mark, you were there.
Yeah, we're gonna be on the hook
And it
for
was
if
not
that happens.
a very good turnout, and if you promise 50, and you're gonna need half the money, I think you're gonna lose money.
Well, the same thing, hold on, go ahead. Who's next? One at a time. One at a time. Bruce.
We tried to get that place, and we found out that it was a very filthy place when we tried to do it. That's why I'm suggesting the one in Boca, off of Glade, the mall. We had a great time over there, and I believe it was a lot cheaper.
Okay. Well, Mariano is working on deadlines and everything else.
Did you walk in at all?
I have not.
Okay. Have you
It
seen the
can't be
place at all?
cheaper because shoes
I
are
have not.
$3 a pair. Bowling is
Even if it's the
$2
same
a
price, I mean,
Okay.
has anybody walked in there?
Been there?
Is this one we're talking about?
I've been there.
George, or- If nobody's walked in there.
I've
We
been
walked
there
in there
yet.
and we walked out.
Okay,
Go ahead,
my
Jeff.
praise.
What day did we do the jungle cruise? What day was it?
Saturday? What was the Jungle Cruise last year? Was that Saturday or
Yeah, I
Friday?
It was Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday night, and
The reason I bring that up is because we did it on Saturday and you had a good turnout. I know on Monday, May 6th, I'm not gonna be able to go because it's a
Love to work.
weekday. And
I'm not gonna be able to go. I'm probably the best bowler here.
that's why we said it so you couldn't come.
No, yeah. That's why you made it Monday.
Good. Any other comments?
Would you like me to go there and talk to them?
Any other comments? Okay. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, the farthest is 3/8 from this location. If Boca was to be the 3/8's actually farther.
Okay.
If Boca was to be substantially nicer in appearance, would the distance pose an issue? On a weekday, yes. Maybe on a weekend, no.
You have a better chance on a weekend or some sort of like bank holiday, type of thing.
Okay. Here are my comments. One, I think it's a great concept. I think it's a great concept, a great idea. Going to this, but I'm hearing, is it possible to look at Saturday? Any Saturdays?
I'll check.
And also, is it possible to look at alternate venues? Like the one in Boca?
I'll check Margate, that's on Copens and.
Well, I like it, well, why don't you talk to Mario and you guys go together?
Yeah,
Yep.
Or, basically, and then come back.
all right.
But we can't wait that much longer because we're in March, and we're April, so we're talking about, we're pushing it back to June already. And I want to get this done before, the summer, when everyone has vacation plans.
I modify my motion.
Okay.
Why don't we, if he thinks that, if he's been there and it's a lot nicer, why don't we check on that one?
Well, that's what I just said. That's what I just said, we can change that, if you've been to that one, I don't want you doing it on your own, Bruce. I think that basically we'll work with Mario and George.
I don't have a problem with
All
that.
right, good. Mario, would you mind working with George and Bruce?
Not at all.
All right, good. So why don't you three guys, check out the venues, okay? And then Mario, as soon as you get that, give me a report on it. And then what I'll do, I'll send it out to the board for a vote maybe before the next meeting, so we're not stuck to the dates. Is that good with everybody?
I want to modify my modification is going to take care of that. We empower this committee to spend up to $250 in deposits to select a place for the event to take place in May.
How much are you gonna need for a deposit? So
The only example I have is this place, and they want apparently 100, just to reserve the date, non-refundable.
we don't need to do that, because I can spend up the money without,
Okay.
as long as we have that, we're good. As soon as the board approves it, we can do a vote on email, bang, bang, get it done quickly.
Do we want to discuss the number of people that might be coming?
That might be a real issue.
George's, we had just about 50 people.
And it was tough getting 50
And
people.
it was tough. It was right down to the last minute on that.
So why not guarantee 25?
Spouses and girlfriends are invited to.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah, and there's
That's
no
what-
charge if you're not bowling. You can hang there without,
Right, Bruce.
Can't have pizza.
you can't have pizza.
You get the picture of
Go ahead, Bruce.
I personally feel the weekend, whenever they don't have a league day or night, would be the best solution.
I think you three guys, if that's the committee, come back with a recommendation on it, and I think it's good.
And so we think more like 25 is what we ought to be guaranteeing?
When we did it, we had 25 came off hotel.
And if there's more, I'm
Potential to go
sure
up.
they can accommodate it.
Yes, they can.
Well,
They
I'll
need
leave
to
that
notice.
up, I'll leave that up to the committee, to Mario and the committee to decide how would, the particulars, I'm not gonna micromanage it. Okay, in broad strokes, you got the authority, you got the okay, what's the board votes on it. The Saturday, we're talking about an evening, or after dinner, or what, guys?
I like afternoon for this. 3 o'clock.
It's whenever they don't have leagues. That's the
We
key
do
right
between the
there.
kids' birthday parties and the adults
Yeah,
playing the loud
it's one
music.
corner that they set aside, but you also have to keep in mind that they do have leagues on Saturdays, Sundays, afternoons.
Well, that's what you guys are gonna find out and report back.
But I don't know, if we have a best time, I would tend to think like 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Let them figure that out. I think basically the weekends, you know, whatever time you guys think is good, just let me know. All right? Any more discussion on the motion?
I would like to know if, how many people here would go, if it was a good day. That would give us a good number. So that's about 8 people plus probably 4 friends, right?
Well, I asked at our flotilla, there's 6, and we got 15.
Yeah, we had a good count.
I think you'll get 25 to between 40 people easy,
I think so too.
It's a lot of fun to go bowling. And it could be a late afternoon, early evening type thing too. Some people don't like to drive, I understand that. So let you guys, you know, hash it out instead of, I think basically what I want to do is just delegate that to you three guys, hash it out with location, date, and time. And then Mario come back to me.
You got it.
How does that sound?
Great.
Okay, very good. So now for discussion purposes, okay, for accepting. So now I need a vote on the motion. Okay?
Well, actually, we'll withdraw my motion because then we can present it through the board,
Yeah, on a proxy vote.
our proxy vote.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, the 2019, good job, Mario. And I look forward to you guys helping them out and coming back. But again, you guys just come back with the date, time, location, price. That's it. I don't think it has to come back to us for that. So you guys can find it. Okay, the 2019 COW update, contract signed, deposit was sent in, so we're all set for December 8th at for the change of watch and for the brunch. Just want everybody to know that. And all the conditions that we wanted in the contract as far as making sure we get our money back. If there's another shutdown, weather, whatever, any force majeure, we get everything back, including our deposit. That was all agreed upon on the contract. Okay, National Safe Boating Activities. Brett.
Okay. Peter and I have been working on that. I sent out letters asking to get people from each flotilla. I've gotten about half of them have responded. I'd like to get above 50%. It takes 70% to pass. So I'd like to say at least above sea level because we're a boating organization, and below sea level is not good for your boat. So I'm going to throw this over to Peter because he's spoke with the governor, or not the governor, the mayors today.
Yeah.
And so if you would share where we are.
Okay, so National Safe Boating Week is traditionally the weekend. It starts the weekend before Memorial Day, and historically, flotillas do many things. You probably all know that. The DSC blitzes with the static displays. We want to get as much media coverage as possible. I contacted the mayor today in Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to get a proclamation for Fort Lauderdale. It's a very simple thing to do. We have a template for it, so the flotillas can call Plantation or Pompano, just contact the mayor or whoever that is, the commissioner, and you can send them the template and we can get a proclamation and maybe a good photo op. Also, I'm going to send all the flotillas a resource kit for Safe Boating Week. National Safe Boating Week. May 17th is wear your PFD to work. So I know for our flotilla, I've got some plans for that, and again, that'll be some good photos. So anyway, we hope for that 17th, we can get a lot of people to do things.
What day is the 17th?
May 17th.
What day of the week?
Where to work.
What day of the week?
Friday.
It starts on a
excellent.
Friday,
It's on Friday. No, May 17th.
17th is the
Wear your
Friday.
PFD.
which is the week of National Safe Boating Week.
May 18th to May 25th.
I'm confused. So we wear our thing before it starts?
Yeah.
Well, that's the designated day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't-
So we wear it during National Safe Boating Week.
That is correct.
Yeah, you should wear it all the time.
That is the National Safe Boating Week Eve.
Okay.
Okay.
18th through 24th.
May 17th is you encourage people to wear it at their place of work. May 18th to 25, you wear it. You wear it at our PA booths, you wear it at the VSC blitzes, and everywhere else.
It's Friday, 17th through 24th.
Yeah. So if anybody, any of the flotillas need any help at all, with proclamations or photography or anything.
We talked about getting a
please call.
calendar together of things to go on each day. Did you ever get in touch with Andrea?
It's in the Amazon.
Okay.
Yes, she does.
Oh, she does that? Yeah. Because Andrea, I know, had things with City of Boca, there's been proclamations. Carlos, I remember, did one with Lighthouse Point.
We're,
Proclamation.
I want Boca and Del Rey.
we're having 2 booths that Saturday. Wow. One at, I've already got it all planned and set up already and done. We're having one at Silver, a tent and a booth, and we're having one at Lake Ida. Sent a boat.
Sent a boat up.
That's right. So it's not my job. You're gonna,
Coast Guard come by last night.
okay.
Remember, our
And
National
we'll
Safe
do
Boating
it.
Week, but our goal is to capture names, numbers of people so we can communicate with them to try to get them involved in this organization.
Well, I want to just change the subject for a minute. Last weekend, we had Sea Turtle Day at Gumbo Limbo Park, and we had a booth. It was phenomenal. Passed out so much literature. It was a great event.
But how much does that turn, we'll get to that in PR, but how much does that
I
turn
have no
into
clue.
people to show up? And that, because I think we got to be more active rather than passive. Passive, you hand it to them, you hope they call.
Well,
Active is you get some
Well,
information.
promoting
from
the
them.
ABS class.
Right. Well, we would email.
That's
So,
what we did at the
Thank you,
Gumbo
Peter,
Yeah.
with the proclamation, if you'd send that out, because I didn't want to call Boca or anybody else's, so if we send it to all the flotilla commanders and ask them to maybe request their municipality to give them.
Invitations are already in the works.
It's already been, things are already done?
Can we just say one more thing?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I just wanted to thank everyone who participated in the St. Patrick's Day Parade and Scoutmasters Camporee. The goal side, the command on the goal side.
You get to have your PA report. You get to have your PA report.
I thought this was my.
No, this is National Safe Boating Week.
Do you need me to send you the email again, Brett, or do you?
Send it to me again.
All right, I want to talk a little bit about the division training initiatives, the Hogs Lambs and Airlock update. Hogs Lambs we did have in February, no cost except for the refreshments. We graduated 13 people from that, and now next Friday we have 26 people for AMLA, which is the next step up, the mid-level officers course, and that's going to be at Flotilla 37 in Lighthouse Point. That class is filled; it's closed. So this is something I know that I'm very proud of, because we're taking national training and bringing it here. To everybody, you don't have to hold a position. You don't even have to be a member of the auxiliary to attend. Okay, you can be a member, someone who wants to come, wants to join, or somebody as a guest. And we have some guests, I think, coming at the AMLOC, the way this is being handled. Okay, any problem with that, Mike?
No, I just, nothing.
Go ahead.
No, I wanted to say something else, but I'll.
Okay. All right, good. So this is being given. I think it's terrific that we have the amount we do. We also have that 27 people. I think there are 4 or 5 people from divisions 6, 13, and 5 who are coming down from the course too. Brett has graciously offered his house again to the instructor, and I'm sure it'll be a great course coming up.
It starts at what time on Friday?
It starts at 5 o'clock on Friday, 1700 Friday, April 5th. Runs all the way to...
People keep in mind, it takes a while to get there. traffic and stuff on that day.
And you will be kept till 4 o'clock on Sunday. That's a different course than alternate. So you will be kept, you're not gonna get out of noon on Sunday. You will be kept till 3, 4 o'clock, so I'll let you know about that.
You gotta do, really have to do the homework.
Yes, you really need to do the homework, and you need to bring a rock. I'm not gonna say why, but it's a terrific experience. You're signed up for it.
I gotta bring a rock.
That's right, bring a rock.
Does diamonds count?
Have you read anything?
No, but I bought the package.
You're asking him if he...
This is January 1 to January 1. That's a little under 11% difference, okay? Mine's 37 feet. Our service hours went up from 44,800 to 51,260. That's a net gain of 6,455 hours, 14%. Now you extrapolate that out on a per member. Basically, in 2017, the average was only 130 hours per member per year. That jumped in 2018 to 167 hours per member in 2018, which is a 28% increase. No other division in the district that I know of can say that honestly with the numbers we have. So I don't know where we were in 2019. We got to a slow start with the shutdown, the slowdown, the start, don't start. But now I really see things picking up as far as hours goes, program hours, surface operations, and I think we're on our way to another banner year in 2019. And again, it's not because of the people sitting here, it's because of the people out there, it's the people who work. That's what I really want to get across again. Also, financially, our balance went from 3,800 January 1st to 4,800 December 31st. It's a 27% increase, now up to 7,200. So again, financially, we're in very good shape as well. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about before I turn over to Brett is the core training update. There's a lot of mumblings and grumblings on that, and when I talked to the Commodore about it, he sent me that list, which I sent out to everybody, all the flotilla commanders. I talked to a couple of flotilla commanders today, and they did not send it out to the members yet. Please send it out to your members. It's really important every member gets this. I don't want to do the all-member thing. I will, but I'd rather go through, I'd rather cascade down the chain. But I want to make sure every member gets a copy of this, because otherwise people can lose their offices, people can lose their qualifications, people will not be able to do PA events, people won't be able to do VEs. If you're a VE, you don't have that, you don't have the risk management, you cannot do VEs anymore. We're 33 days away from that. So I need to have a commitment from every flotilla commander here that A, you have got it out to your members, or you will get it out by the weekend. Can I have a commitment from every flotilla commander here? Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Jeff? Good. Carlos? Pass that on?
Yeah, we'll pass it on.
Very good. Tom?
Could I just make an announcement? I've got permission from our member training officer, Jane Sabah, that anybody is welcome to 3-6 on Saturday,
Yes, Saturday.
starting at 8 o'clock in the morning.
No, not 8, not 8.
Which will be risk management for those that still need that.
That's terrific.
Bring a laptop so you can log into the...
Well, what I think what we should do is just give that to me, and I'll flip it on our own members.
Okay, well, I'm telling you now.
No.
It's 9 o'clock.
Okay, someone give me the time, date, and location,
I think it's on my sheet I gave
and
you.
I'll flip it down.
I believe it's on my ups
and it's being done now.
And it's going to go until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon just to finish the speech.
Wow, that long for risk management?
No, she's doing everything. No, we're doing everything. We're doing a complete workshop. Core training, everything.
Wow.
Okay, so all the courts, so someone can go just for what they need. They don't have to stay for the whole thing.
It's, well, no. It's timed. She's got every segment timed by the hour. So,
Okay, do you have a itinerary to give me that I give the members so they know what time? Because somebody has everything but core training, they'll want to know what time to go to core training.
I'll send it to you tomorrow.
Good. What time? So
I will
people,
send it to you tomorrow.
okay, good. Thank you very much. That will help out.
It's all very organized.
Yes, very good.
You're not used to that.
Yes, I am. And I fully expect it for 3-6.
See something else.
I guess I have the only
Very
question. Should we be sending out to everybody of everyone's deficiencies? I mean, that's more of a personal thing.
Well,
but
here's
I
what-
think it depends on the leadership.
Let's move on with that. It's not deficiencies, it's required training, period.
But you're saying who's not compliant.
Right, so basic, yeah.
See, I think that's what the leaders are supposed to contact the individual people, but for a leader, somebody in 3-6 should not know that somebody in 3-8 is.
Right, we're one division, I'm not gonna argue about this, okay? This is everyone.
That they do need to know, because if you take somebody out and do something like a patrol, and they don't have it, or go do V's, they don't have it.
This is not about deficiency, this is about meeting a requirement to do things.
We don't want a surprise when it comes to that.
And we don't, and I think it's real good, as far as what you're doing here at 3-6, give me the stuff and I'll get it out. Okay, but I think we need to have a time so everybody knows what time to go. I'd hate to go, so,
No, we just extend the invitation.
okay, that's good. Yes,
So I just want to say one more thing. Again, kudos to Jane. Last week she put on, it was unbelievable. She put on the first aid and the CPR at 5-4, and I went. It was an all-day thing, okay? And all the years I've been in the Coast Guard Auxiliary taking those same courses from other instructors, this was the best ever. She did an unbelievable job doing this.
Great.
She's fantastic.
She did a great job putting this whole thing together. There was, I mean, the turnout was all right. It could have been better, but it was all right.
I would really recommend that Jane coordinate with Joe on some of these things too, as a staff officer member, so we can get this out on the chain of leadership.
Well, it was sent to all flotillas.
No, I'm talking about this Saturday.
Oh.
You know, basically instead of waiting until like Thursday night, if Jane, you can ask Jane to let Joe know what's going on, so Joe can put out all members too about for the training that's being offered this weekend. You know, because I think it's great for DivThree is inviting everybody. So, but don't forget, we have the entire month of April to complete it, but I just don't want to have anyone complaining at April 30th. I didn't know, I didn't have the time, I couldn't get to it. This has been out since last October, as far as what the new court training, the new risk management training is all about. So it's really important that everybody and all the flotilla commanders get this out to their membership, you know, ASAP. Flotilla 3-6 is doing this tremendous. I know other flotillas are doing similar things, and as I said in the email, I recommend that every flotilla hold this. Did everybody remember reading that in the email? Or no one reads the emails?
Oh, I read all your emails.
Which one?
As far as, I recommend that every flotilla
Do it at their
hold
meetings.
the risk management training at their flotilla meetings.
We did.
Okay, so that's good. But the thing is, what I'm looking for, gentlemen and ladies, is feedback. That's what I need to have. I don't think I'm getting the feedback. When I send out all these emails, I'm getting nothing back. I need to get back. Yep, we'll do this. Yes, I got it. That's all I'm asking.
Right. Just, the risk management training is basically 90 minutes on the
Not
computer.
even.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's what I did.
It's 90 minutes.
45.
No,
it's not.
not unless you speed read, it's 90
You can't,
minutes.
it's 90 minutes, it won't let you
It
go.
won't let you
Right,
can't
go
go any
back.
faster than that.
It's the
You
Yeah.
don't allocate the time and you leave and you lose your internet connection.
No, it won't let you go so fast.
Again, it doesn't restart itself.
Yep.
So you lose.
That's all I wanted to add.
Okay.
It's just that it's really kind of easy.
Yeah, it's nothing that hard.
It's a good read. Right away, it really is a good read.
It's nothing that hard. Nothing that hard.
You're credited for it right away after you finish it, correct?
Now, as I outlined, there are, and as Carlos said in the email he put out, there are some issues, technical issues, and some people have experience with it. The best way is when you finish the class, take a screenshot or print it. Then you have it. If it doesn't get all data, give it to your IS person right away and we'll get it in. It's really important. I think everyone does that. Okay? So, okay. Brett, yours.
Okay. Thank everyone who's been sending in their reports. I know they just came in recently. We have reactivated our Shutterfly account for everyone's photos. Some people have put in a lot of pictures, and I want to compliment them. I'll leave that for Peter to do during the PA event, but there is 800, 900 images that are up in the last month of pictures, and a lot of people are in them, and the Coast Guard, the Gold Side, is looking at them, and I got 2 emails saying how professional and how they were blown away by the rodeo, and that all the other events they didn't know we participated in, which was even more shocking that they didn't know we did that thing. So, with that, I want to do the staff officer reports. Ed was here. Carlos, anything on CM? You're on that stuff.
Well,
Did the thing go with offshore Haulover Beach? That
yes,
Yes.
yes.
yes,
You guys did with him, but they go on order.
Actually, we had 2 people from
The
our
mass rescue
division
issue.
going to the exercise.
and that went well. And
Well, I wasn't there. Joe was.
It was a full-blown Emeralds operation, Guardian, offshore Guardian.
and the auxiliary was well represented and kudos
Yeah,
appropriately.
it was Emeralds.
Beautiful. So nobody died. So that's good.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, it was a simulation of an aircraft disaster 3 miles off North Miami Beach. They dropped 150 life jackets in the water with various triage tags. How many of those tags were recovered by Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, Coast Guard, maybe a couple of other agencies as well, law enforcement agencies, and then brought to Haulover Marina for triage and handoffs and all that.
Oh, great.
So we had 3 comms trailers set up, plus additional resources.
Happy to see it work well. All right.
Can I add that to that?
Sure.
As well, is that I was able to, because there was a request.
You were the coordinator. I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
No, there was a request from sector to have 6 to 10 facilities from auxiliary to be able to kind of make a security zone. And this was made only like a couple weeks before we even knew this was going to happen. So Division 6 put in a few facilities, but because it was Thursday, it was very difficult to get crews out and stuff like that. And a lot of people were out of town or were busy. So I tried to I got my facility out there. I was able to get boat crew from, Jane was boat crew, and then we had decoction from Division 5, because I was just trying to muddle up a facility together, just to say that we're trying to put the effort out that although we couldn't go out anyway, because by the time we were getting underway, they basically canceled us saying don't go out because the conditions were too rough anyway.
Right.
But at least I wanted to put the effort out saying
Absolutely.
Division 3 is trying to put, I don't want to go out there and say, we don't have anything to offer, sorry,
Would
So.
it be right to understand that these things are planned months in advance?
No.
They're not. I mean, not maybe not us, but
Yeah.
between
No,
the fire
what,
department,
1
the
week?
airport,
We had what, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Well, no, actually days.
days. It was
That's
like
it.
I remember I got a Thursday email from Andrea, and it was taking place on Tuesday.
I heard a rumor probably a week before, but it was unconfirmed.
If the plane's gonna fall out of the sky.
It's not
it ain't
planned.
gonna
Yeah, you
schedule
can't plan
it
that
straight
either,
to the
so,
date.
yeah.
But I would imagine these exercises, though, are planned
not
months in advance.
I'm positive.
On the sector side, like Vincent Sinceri,
Yeah.
he's the one that's spending this way in advance, but he's not going to say he's putting anything out there until.
Well, I know, but maybe through your relationship down at Sector, getting heads up so we can get boats, or people will know things are going on.
I had a 2 week heads up, and we still had,
Right.
but timing issues you
But
can't
if-
help people when they're out of town.
True, but if we
Well,
would have
part of
known
the
6
problem,
weeks in
Brett,
advance.
Brett, part of the problem was because we got last minute notice, everybody saw the weather report. Even the patrols that were scheduled, everybody canceled because the seas were horrible.
Yeah.
So nobody, a lot of people just knew it was not going to be done.
But I just think with planning, if you have enough, these things are planned, I'm sure, a quarter in advance, if we had that information. Whether it comes to fruition, at least we can't blame planning in
They're not
advance.
resource units, they're not.
They're not. Okay. Carolina's not here. Mario, our HR stuff. Congratulations on getting some of these people, 5 years, some of them got accepted, so I want to congratulate you.
No, that wasn't me.
It's you kept.
Take the credit,
I
Mark.
can't take the credit for that one. We did get a bunch of folks that had been around. We had one person in 3/6, just about 5 years, finally got his security thing. And I thought they had lost him completely. I didn't even expect it to go that far. So security clearances, that's my first topic, actually have gone very smoothly now. It looks like about a month from the time you get the the documents in for a new member till the time they actually get their ID. And I haven't lately had to request any lost IDs or anything like that, but I understand we haven't gotten anything from district lately?
Nope.
Nothing.
As soon as I get them, I give it to you guys.
All right. You're not holding them tomorrow.
Yeah. $50 a pack.
I knew it.
He was just joking, those in the internet world.
The
My
other,
buyer gets 30% of that.
so the other item is PSI completed mandatory courses not completed. We have not seen that list in about 3 months. So I don't know if you've seen one. I have not seen one.
What list?
The PSI is completed, but the mandatory courses are not completed. It's a list of people who would get their IDs if they actually finish them. Although, you know, some of that's changing because with the new security mechanism, everybody gets an ID. So I don't know if they, you know, they're just dropping it for everybody else.
We get the ID. Yeah, you get the ID, but you don't
get stuff into the mandatory
you
course.
don't become BQ until you get all that stuff done.
So we're not getting any reports on that. At least I haven't gotten anything for about 3
I
months.
talked to Angela about that, see if she can get reports to you.
I'll drop her. I think they go through you normally, don't they?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Usually they're generated from Andrew.
All right.
I get 'em.
I'll double check with her and see
Okay.
if she sent anything out. E-responder stuff, we've got about 24 individuals running on the list. You know, the e-responder is stuff that comes from national. We have 10 this year so far. About half of them are moving along. That's a normal dropout rate for us. The other ones really need to send us that. We just got 2 the other day. A lot of folks from way down south, they went to 3-9, because they were even further south of the station. So,
Way down south.
yeah. That's it from our report.
Thank you. All right, let's see, no Gene's on here, Herbert, Robert, Joe for MT. Incredible job with all the stuff you keep sending out, so thank you.
Well, it's the same thing Bob keeps doing, so, sending the same stuff. I mean, we're all saying the same thing. You gotta get this LMS, stuff taken care of, get it done. I've been sending out the reports, so people have a heads up, April 30th is coming. So if you don't get it from Bob, you should be getting it from me. So I think we've covered it. And, there's, you know, the only other thing I have to say is it's not good. People may not like it, but there's a lot of people on some of these lists that are just red across the board, and I would just make an effort to call them and find out if they're even interested in being.
Hey, disenroll them. It's your duty. You don't have an option. They are to be disenrolled. Period.
Right.
That's it.
Doesn't
So dues is one
carry
thing, the training is another, and I understand Joe's frustration. I think it's incumbent upon each flotilla for that leadership to contact these people and say, if you're interested, welcome aboard, come on back, come back into the fold. If you're not interested, maybe this is the organization for you, and that's okay. But in fairness to everybody, I really think that if every flotilla through their own phone trees or chain of commands or HR people, just reach out to the people who are in the red and say, do you want to continue? If so, put them on the right track. If they don't want to, that's okay.
It's really the only requirement that's put on people is to do the core training and the risk management. If they don't want to do anything, I mean, we don't have to do anything except join the organization, do the very basic stuff to become BQ, and that's it. If that's what you want, fine. But if you have certification as a BE, a coxswain, boat crew, whatever, that's another story. You got to maintain your currencies and your quals. But if you don't want to do anything, you don't have to do anything. But at least do something.
Mike.
So we took that list, and Jane has called everybody that is on that list personally, okay, and gave everybody the option of this coming Saturday. If they don't show up on April 30th, whatever the date is, comes, we're going to disenroll people. We took a vote at our last staff meeting, and that's what we're going to do.
Hold on.
Can't do
So
that.
it's not-
You're gonna do that.
Wait.
Yeah,
Let me make something
the whole thing, yeah, the letter and everything.
Wait, let me make something clear. No one can disenroll anybody without going the proper procedures as outlined in the manual. Not you, not me, not nobody. So you cannot disenroll somebody for not taking mandatory training. You can disenroll somebody for not paying their dues.
It's only money.
It is not in the manual to disenroll anybody if they haven't taken core training.
They just can't attain any function.
Well, that's right, they can't do anything.
I mean, if I
We did
read
say we were gonna send a letter out.
Yeah, but in other words, if
Yeah, I
the
asked
risk
them about
management
this.
letter that originally came out a long time ago, and I know discussed this with the station, if you don't have your risk management done by the end of, you can't even set foot on the station.
But that's right, you can't do a lot, hold on, I got it. You can't do a lot of things, but you can't disenroll them. You guys are really confusing issues here. There are I got 4 issues on the table. One is training, one is dues, one is disenrollment, okay? One is station relations, okay? The core training, if it's not done, you are very limited on what you can do. The station does not want you on the property if you haven't done the risk management, because then if something happens, liabilities on them. One issue. Disenrollment issue. Again, nobody has the right to disenroll anybody if it's not in the manual. You can disenroll someone for dues. And my question would be, why are you so quick to disenroll someone in training, or flotillas have been carrying people for years who haven't paid dues? Okay, so that's the other. So check the manual before you pass motions.
Because what I was saying was, if they've done nothing, contact them, find out.
That's what we're
Then don't-
Mandatory training.
Okay, so
It is core training.
it's mandatory training's in the manual. Core training is not.
It's core training. Core training has replaced mandatory training. That happened in
That hasn't
20
caught up yet.
Yeah, that happened in
The
2018.
manual hasn't caught up yet,
Right,
but
but it's now core training. Okay, are we all clear on core training now?
right, there's
We beat that horse
one
enough?
thing. One thing's forever. 5 things that take 5 years.
Go ahead.
Right, and that's how that works. Now Chester, Mark, for operations. Welcome back.
We're patrolling just about every weekend, weather permitting. We send out emails, opening it up to people that were REI or ready for QE. A couple weeks ago, we had some of the trainee people down from the class being held at 3-6, which went pretty good. They all attended the GUARD 2.0 seminar. So, you know, we keep sending emails out. We're not getting big responses back to participate for the other candidates who need hours. So, and just remember, the night hours, if you don't make the 12 hours a night, you disqualify for night. So we're trying to do that also.
You have something this weekend?
We have Saturday, we send an email out.
That went to crew people. Do you want training people involved in that also?
I think a lot of training people are doing the core training this weekend, so. We're trying to get people like Paul and these other people, Greenbaum and anybody else who is RUIR, to get them back out on the water. So if we get them out, get them 8 hours, you know, they can then
Come out of REYR.
get out of RUIR and then get the QE done.
What was that?
I did not receive that email, so I'm assuming that maybe a few people have not received that email.
We went
I talked
out
to
to-
Bob about it today.
Went out to
He
the
said
crew.
he actually updated the list.
So that email went out to everybody.
That was before the.
Okay, we had a couple emails that went out to all members too, was that?
I didn't get the email about.
Well, I know Carlos updated the all members. I really, I'm on my wit's end. Telling you, I've sent out more emails than anyone else. When people say they haven't got the email, I'm saying please read it.
I
There have been
didn't
more.
email.
Hold on. There's been more emails with training, with what's happening on with boats and everything else, because I didn't get it. The list that we had has not been updated since 2016. For whatever reason, the crew list was never. I talked to Carlos, talked to Mark, so I had the list updated. Now, do you believe that I got a phone? We got an email from somebody who's dropped from the list saying, "Why you drop me from the list?" So I'm telling you, I'm getting to the point where I'm telling excuse me, Carlos, I'm telling everybody what's going on multiple times. And if people don't respond or say, I can only make it this day or that day, that's not helping. What Mark is saying is this, is that it has been put out several times on several different methods, okay, about training opportunities of surface operations. If you don't get anything, call him. Call somebody. All right? And this goes for everybody. people at home too. There's only so much we can do outreach, and there has to be feedback back. Not just showing up at a meeting and go, I don't get emails.
Well, Bob, I think that there's an issue, because I haven't seen any requests for crew come across.
It wasn't a request for the training opportunity for everybody.
Yeah, it was people looking to do their QE upcoming,
Or
that there was a
who
training on the
are
30th.
or need hours. They went out twice.
I didn't see it.
So it was titled crew list.
Did that go out to crew.org or did that go to the whole?
It went out to crew at D3FL. Okay? That went out at crew at D3FL. When I found out it wasn't updated, I updated it with Carlos
I saw
today.
the update came,
Okay.
that you sent, but I haven't seen anything else. I mean, I'm just saying, from my perspective, I'm not seeing it, okay? From what people are saying, there's some things maybe it's not getting out, just a possibility.
Okay. And I also will respond to that. If you want to get out, call the SO Ops.
Well, it's not just the email. I make phone calls even to Jane, but then she has the group letter. It's not like I don't make phone calls.
If you want to get out, call the SO Ops. I have yet to know Mark not to take a phone call or return. Okay? You say, I want to get out, fine. Make sure you get out. But if you're called to get out on a boat and it's not convenient to your schedule, we can't do anything about that.
No, that's fine, I'm just saying.
There's a limited number of boats.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Limited number of boats. Limited number of crew or people you can take on boats. Okay? What we need to do is understand that we are making an effort to everybody. Okay, when I called you, after the shutdown about getting out on the water, you couldn't make it or whatever. So we're just trying to get the word out. If someone has a better way, let's hear it. Okay, because I don't want anyone to feel excluded from anything. There's no club here. Okay? It's basically when the word gets out, and when Mark says he doesn't get response, I know. It's very frustrating to him when no one responds to things. Or we have to cancel patrols, we don't have people. Or I call people like you, or George, or who's qualified. I've called a lot of people in this room. I can't make it. I can't make it. I can't make it. Okay. So we try to put out the emails when we can, the best we can. But if you want to get out on the water, talk to the SO Ops. He's the one in charge of it, and he'll get you out on the water, I promise.
Is there a potential? One of the things I noticed when I was in Baltimore was they schedule patrols maybe a month in advance. And I don't know if that has any potential of working, but maybe we could have, I know a lot of things pop up because of weather and they change, but maybe there could be a standard Saturday patrol on the second and fourth month, Saturday of the month, or something along those lines, so people will at least have a specific benchmark on which they can aim for, as far as last minute calls. Because I know a lot of it's weather dependent, and station
That's not the
dependent.
case, Brett. Something.
Hasn't
If
been
people
hit.
want to get this done, they got to step up to do it. It's like, and I'll tell you, like even Jeff. I called Jeff to ask him if he could go out and do a night patrol or if he's available. He knows that he passes it on his facility, does. Like Natalie called me. Same thing with 3-6, with everybody else. We had the rodeo, we had 2-star standbys. I sent out an all members. It's the same people come down all the time.
Well, the same people complain time after time.
And
I
the
get
same
that.
people show up to do the work time, and it's just
Right.
like the volunteers at the station. And
Part of
Cindy
principle.
and people and Andrew and all those people that come down, it's the same people. So if people want to get crew qualified, or people want to come down and do surface ops, all they got to do is answer the phone or answer the emails, and we do it.
And I know when I was training, Joe can tell you, I was on the phone to Joe and Corbett and Mark and anybody, can I go out? 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 And when I was called, I didn't say no. When I was called, I changed my own plan to go out on the boat as well. So there has to be like Mark said, people stepping up when you can go. All right, when you can, so let them know. But if you want to go out on the boat, call Mark, and he'll make sure you get on the boats. That's the right way to do it. But I get frustrated. I get frustrated when people say, I can't go on the boats, we don't have the boats anymore, it's too hard to get on the boats. That's not true.
And so if the FCs would make sure their newsletters go out with how to get on boats, contact, your FSO to contact Mark.
or contact Mark
I
directly.
mean, just like Eric. Eric wanted to go out this weekend because I guess he wants to train. Eric made a phone call. You know, Eric Weinbach, he's going out Saturday. So that's what I'm saying. Nobody says no to anybody. It's just people have to, if they want to go, ask, and they're more than welcome to go.
Yeah, I was just thinking that if we had, you know, more scheduled.
It's a little tough to do, Greg.
Well, we have too few boats, I reckon. And if we had 30 boats, we'd have to schedule.
Yeah, it's a little tougher to do.
Well, we'll plan that for the future.
Second or fourth Saturday, I can't tell.
You can't tell tomorrow. Peter, for PA. Now you can brag about all that cool stuff.
Well, we just did a couple of events. We did the Scoutmasters Camporee and we did St. Patrick's Day. And Rob coordinated the Boat Courses Rodeo, which was a big
Did
deal.
we get any PR? Did that go in any newspapers or anything?
Not yet, no.
Okay. I know that the station put things on their Facebook page.
Yeah.
And we are the champion station, by the way, if those weren't aware of it.
That's right. Yeah, we've done some social media.
But that's
as far
newspaper, sure.
as it's going. In the future, we want to do more. St. Patrick's Day. I wanted to thank everybody who contributed on the goal side, the command on the goal side, for being so inclusive, and we were really honored to march with them. And it was really quite an event. Walking down Los Olas Boulevard and having 50,000 people cheering and waving and clapping, it was quite an event. And also like to thank the ACE navigation team for making us feel so included.
The nautical flea market, how did we...
Okay, that was another problem because on the day of St. Patrick's Day there was the Danian Nautical Flea Market and there was a division meeting. So we were all spread out very, very thin. So what happened is someone who marched left right after the parade, went down to Dania and staffed the booth there. I staffed the booth in Uzanga Park, and we were just kind of spread out very thin. So we really need more people to help out. So I'm asking the flotillas if they can just pick one or two people that want to participate in public affairs. That would be great.
Did we get people's names to get them to sign up? Remember, we still have a mission. We need to find people with boats.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to say it, 40-year-old people who have boats would be the ideal target market. We have to make an avatar for what we're looking for.
Listen, we're trying to sign up as many people as we can.
So we got a bunch of names, I would assume.
We have names. I've already responded to everybody.
Do we have a continuity plan to like send multiple emails? If you don't, I'll help you with one. Yeah, here's 2 weeks. Hey, it was great to see you at the flea market 2 weeks ago. This is what's up coming up. Here's another one 2 weeks later.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote a very, very nice email to them. I mean, they're interested. If they're really interested, they'll
There's no question if they're really interested, but we have to show them how great it is. You know, you always give your best stuff away, and then they realize how cool it is to belong. So
I don't know. I've been doing these public affairs booths for over 2 years, 2.5 years. And there's a lot of people who come by and they express a little bit of interest. So if we can get from one event 2 people to actually sign up, or 5 people to sign up for our ABS class, or even 1 person to join the auxiliary, I think it's successful.
Yep.
But we try. We continue to try.
I would say if we could get 100 numbers, then we can touch that 100 numbers over a period of time. And based on that, we can generate classes, members, awareness, PR, whatever we need to. Okay. Even if we invited them to, you know, hey, welcome to our AOR, meet the restaurateurs in our AOR. We can do all these things into the future that work.
You have to give something away to get that list.
Right. We got to offer, you know, some sort of value. Because if you're stopping by the booth, maybe we can get a first name and a phone number. We can do something to try to capture some point of contact, and that's where we walk down. But I think 1 is outstanding, but 20 is better.
Yeah, well, that's...
But you have to give them something of value to them.
A selfie with Mark Brody. And we'll get them a selfie with Mark Brody. Maybe one with that.
From what I understand is that we had a long list of names and numbers from the boat show, but where did that list go?
That's what I'm saying, is that we're capturing stuff. That were those things. That's where I want to know where that stuff is dropping.
I understand what you're saying. You're saying is to create a database.
Well, to get
And keep that database and keep
well, to
it going.
keep feeding it.
Yeah.
Here's an article on this. As Carlos said, you give value. And you keep throwing articles at them, and there's plenty of articles that we can pick up from Passage Maker or any of the voting magazines out there that let you send them out.
I'll work on that with you.
Okay. To do that, but I agree with you.
Sure.
We don't want to drop anything.
Yeah.
If this was a business, we'd have to make sure each touch point is kept in business.
Marketing.
How many new members we have in our association January 1st?
I don't have that. Well, we know we're down to 303. We went from 340 to 303.
No, but we're significantly 306, but no, we're up to that.
Okay, I have one more thing.
Yeah.
I want to thank one more person, Mr. Etheridge, for being the coordinator between the Gold side and us. Thank you so much. He answered all my emails, he took all my phone calls. I know I was a bit of a pain, but thank you very much.
Good job.
Lizette, welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to
Please
be back.
fill us in about our publication rule.
All right, so I have completed a template. I sent out an email today. So I apologize to anyone that did not get the email that I did not include you in it. So if you did not get the email and you want the email, let me know. I need a report between 400 to 800 words. An article, small article explaining. I love that we now have a central database that I can go in and get over 800 pictures. That's amazing and wonderful. Thank you. I also now, just by what you guys were talking about, I thought maybe we could include a welcome new member section where we can feature some new members from each flotilla, if you all are okay with that. I would like to get a draft out to both Brett and Bob out by Monday, so that they can read it, edit it, let me know, and then and then I can make changes, and hopefully by Wednesday we'd have the first quarter newsletter out. My goal is to get out a newsletter each quarter, and then also maybe send out some special feature newsletters. So if we have a public affairs special newsletter just focusing on public affairs things, if we have a newsletter focusing on training, member training, we could do that. So I'm open to suggestions. I thank everyone for your patience, and I promise that you'll be very, very satisfied with the newsletter.
Has anybody submitted anything yet?
I do have some stuff, yeah. I do have a couple, Andrew sent me an article. I also have a special features article section, and she's doing interviews with members of the Gold side. So I do have some of the
About the camporee or the
no,
parade?
that I do not have. You did send me some stuff about the parade and the camporee, just kind of like a little.
No, it wasn't me.
Wasn't you? All right, then somebody sent me some stuff about that, because I've been
So you
going
got
through all
that
my
covered?
emails going through.
You got that covered?
I'm gonna let you know about that. Yeah, let me let you know about that, because I've been pulling out some emails today about that.
And then Robert, you somehow get the station to give some feedback into this, like whether.
Yeah, we'd like to have a section that says news from the station.
It'd be nice to have Derek have something, or maybe something about a new person that came there if they wanted to, and since they are the championship.
Yeah, I think that would be great, because I actually have.
There's still space if
Yeah,
he goes. And
I have a family member that just joined the Gold side last year. He graduated, and when he went out to San Francisco, the first thing he did out in San Francisco was he reached out to the auxiliary, because he knew he has family that's auxiliary. So he reached out to them, and they were actually able to tell him about the area, give him a little bit of, some AOR stuff, and they were able to help him, like, find a used car, things like that, and he, you know, he was asking his fellow, you know, newbies about stuff, and they were like, I don't know. He's like, he called his aunt in Connecticut, and she was like, are you kidding me? Call the auxiliary. He was like, absolutely. And he did, and he called me up, and he's like, oh my God, they hooked me up. They were like so great.
That'd be good. Can we can distribute that our newsletter to all the people at the station? So it just keeps our thing going well.
What are you looking for? Like, it's a 500-word segment or something?
Yeah.
All right.
That'd be great.
When's the next one going out?
Hopefully by
Monday?
Wednesday.
Tomorrow?
Going Monday, it's going out to Bob, a draft, but I'll keep the section open, so you have till, you know.
Tuesday.
Till Tuesday, yeah.
All right. George,
Yes,
PV and PE. You have the floor.
okay. PV, program visitors. The only people really that are doing any is 3-6. I haven't done any this year. I haven't gotten any reports. It's been pretty busy, you know.
I mean, that's going to be a drop for us, like precipitous.
Yeah. Well,
How do we get you back involved? Get you back on the horse?
well, I gotta get divorced.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe that'll.
We
Didn't know you got married.
Might as well be.
We have some attorneys in this division. We have to get her to join.
Look at that smile.
Yeah,
you're on
Do
camera.
you like Barb?
So you're saying you only have reports from 3-6?
Yes, yes. She's doing religiously.
Yeah.
Debbie's,
I know
She
3-8.
does at least 12 a month.
Yeah.
I know 3-8's done at least.
Greenbaum hasn't given me a report
Or you
in
might as well bring the long.
6 months.
Greenbaum is his.
No, Greenbaum is.
Tracy and
that's not
Torcha is my
Greenbaum.
TV person.
But PVs, they're rough. I don't know what the problem is.
They're there.
well, you have to get out there and do it.
No, they're being done. I don't know when they're being recorded. Where's the data going? Your data says that 3-8's got nothing.
None.
He needs a report from
The report, I need a report.
I
I
should
sent
have
out
put it
a,
into the IT
email,
officer.
around the 1st of the month, and I had tell them to have me to report by the 10th, because I have to have it in, you know, for the previous month, and that's it. 3-4, they had a problem with their FSO, they got a new FSO now, and, you know, hopefully we'll start getting reports from them.
You will.
Okay, and there's also, I sent emails out, I think all the commanders and the FSOs about a workshop for the PVs and for the VEs. You know, so at the meetings, that I would suggest that you guys have at least a VE workshop. It probably would take about 15 minutes, that's about it. I did it today. And there's like 50 pages, something like that. And you go through that pretty quick. And there's nothing really new that's going on. And
We have enough stickers?
yeah,
There are stickers, allotments appropriate?
plenty. Yeah, everybody got them, so there's no fees for that. And the scheduling of the vessel exams. Twice a month, you should have them. I have them for everybody where everybody's doing them, so there's no problem there. And we're not doing that well in the numbers category. I can't complain really, you know, most of them are doing them, but I'm not getting reports, and that's the thing, you know.
Well, maybe with National Safe Boating Week and
Yeah,
the Coast Guard
They
meeting
get me
at the
the
docks.
report.
I'm
The 8 is, yeah.
George, I'm looking at Aux Info right now, the D7 Aux Info page on the marine dealer visits. There are 39 to date. Flotilla 3.6 is 18, and Flotilla 3.8 has 21.
Boom.
So we have.
Drop the line.
No,
I don't know where, 18, yeah.
So
The
18
report would show
18,
that they had
yeah, this is
24.
on, this is, you can get, anyone can get it off Aux Info. The District 7 has a great Aux
Yeah,
Info
boom
page.
is okay, but they haven't reported it to me. They reported it on there, but
And
not
that
to me.
number is not right for 3.6.
I'm the one, right. I know for a fact
I
that
know.
they gave me 12.
Depends what's in
January,
on
12
staff.
February.
Hold on, you can only go with numbers you may have, it has to go into Aux data.
Yeah, I understand all that.
So I'm just, okay?
So it could be the Aux data input's not up to date.
I'm just telling a reason.
It is up to date.
Aux Info's a week out.
I'm not up to date.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
up to date, I'm not.
It's updated Sunday evening.
So, I mean, that's,
So basically, we have, For vessel safety checks, it's 140. I don't know how we get a half. It's 139 and a half. I don't know how we got a half.
It did pass.
I don't know. That's 3.8, by the way. That's 110.5. I don't know how you get a 0.5.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Technically, Judith.
48.5. Yeah.
Technically, Judith didn't want numbers from me. And neither, but now, you know, I demand the numbers. I want to know how many, and I want them to be reported. They really want the ups and the downs. You know, what the problem was, and what the good things happened for the month.
But the good thing is, for the 2 months that we've been in operation, babe, we're really only 1 month, because we can get started till, you know, really February 1st. We already have 8,650 hours as a division. So let's talk about, instead of tearing each other up, let's build each other up.
And that's still behind.
8,650, and here it is, March 28th, March 24th, and we didn't even get started.
March hasn't been entered yet.
Till June. I mean, till the end of January. So as a division, we're doing really well.
Like the March numbers haven't even been
No,
entered yet.
March hasn't been
Right,
entered yet.
but for the commanders, just get on your FSOs, send me the reports for VEs and PDs.
Absolutely.
And then, you know, there'll be no argument at the next division meeting.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Good, George.
Because for all the SO officers, it'd be nice to schedule a conference call maybe every quarter with your FSOs who report to you, so that there'll be some direction. If anybody has any questions, freeconferencing.com does those things, or let me know and I'll give you my number.
And for general recreation boating safety hours, which is the 7029 stuff, we have 6,015 hours. And which flotilla do you think is in the lead?
3-9.
That's right, 3-9, 1,643 hours.
That's all Brody. He sleeps on his boat.
That's not including patrols. I'm just talking about regular hours.
Yeah, those are the hours he's not on patrol.
Basically, and again, but this is the entry dogs data, which there is a lag there. But that's how important the 7029 hours are. Okay, we have 6,015 hours as a division as of Sunday, March 24th. It's when it was refreshed, you know, from logs data. That's your general 7029 hours. Those hours are not pegged to any specific mission, such as PA, MDVs, VEs, surface ops, etc. Okay? So just want to let you know, but out of that, you know, 8,400 hours, 8,650 hours is terrific, considering we got started at the end of January, and March numbers aren't even told, aren't in yet. So we're doing well. You guys
Down
understand.
10% membership.
Well, that was, no, I think our membership is up since January 1st.
Okay.
I know a whole bunch came through before, but I'll look at that tonight and see exactly how many members we have. That's easy information to get. So things aren't, you know, it gets me, things aren't that bad. Things are good. What I'm seeing here is a lack of communication. And that's always the problem to the answer. And one thing is we got to start looking at, again, and we did it last year, we can do it again. It's not just the IV, you know, it's everybody. You see someone who is not doing what they're supposed to be doing or can't do it, give them a hand. Say, look, I'm doing DE Saturday, come with me. That kind of stuff. If you want to get on a boat, call Mark. If you want to get on PA, call Peter. If you want to do more VEs or get more stickers, call George. I know all of these people that I've called always call back within hours. There's no excuse to say, well, I haven't heard, I haven't done. We can reach out all we want, but there has to be feedback coming back. And basically, it's not one person. We're 306 strong, and that's what we have to concentrate on. Sometimes I get frustrated when I don't hear that. It's 306 people. They're all going to be, is everybody going to bat 400? No. Absolutely not. Is everyone going to bat 30 home runs? No. But the marketable good team is only as strong as our weakest link. So if you see somebody that needs some help, offer it to them. That's what I want to leave guys with. Give them a hand. Say, let's go. I'll pick you up. We'll do this together. That's what we need more of.
I'm done. Okay. You're back. Back to you.
Very good. So our next, okay, that's all I have on the agenda. Does anybody have any unfinished business, old, new, good, auxiliary, anything, or the division? Anything they want to bring up? Yes, Lizette?
I have one
We're just
small No, I have one small thing that I would like to bring up, and it's very uncomfortable, and I'm sure many of you have probably wanted to bring it up in the past, and because it's a very sensitive subject, because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But can we please have a rule that if we're going to send out emails to all members, that it has to do with auxiliary business, not personal business, to promote our own businesses. I am getting spammed like you cannot believe, 4 to 5 emails a day promoting personal businesses from auxiliaries. I don't
I want you to do, give me the name, give me those numbers, give me the names, and I'll handle it.
Because I've also put filters, I've talked to IT people about it, and they've shown me how to do
Give
filters.
me the names, where it's coming from, and I will forward that up the chain, because that's one offense you can be disenrolled for. You cannot use anything in your auxiliary.
I put filters in, and I'm still getting stuff.
Forward them to me, and I'll forward them to Jean, and I'll go up the chain.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, because I'm actually probably have missed emails because of the filters that I'm putting in to get rid of those, because if that person's name is on any email chain, it'll delete or spam
It's
that.
coming from an it's not coming from our group lists, are they?
No, it's coming from an individual.
Oh, an info, because I get, okay.
Let me know.
That needs to be held.
There's
There's somebody in India who keeps wanting to write newsletters for us.
I want that guy's name.
I must get 20 of those a week. They got the bottom.
I keep getting emails asking if I want to buy an Asian bride, so I don't know what that's about. Okay.
It's good to end the meeting on a good note like that, but yeah, let me put it for the record. No auxiliaries can use the auxiliary for personal purposes that includes their own personal business. Absolutely not. So if anyone sees that, bring that to my attention ASAP, and I'll forward up the chain as quick as I can.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other business? Okay, our next meeting will be Thursday, April 18th at 1900. DivThree will be hosting. Thank you very much, and that's right before the holiday weekend of Passover and Easter.
And then we'll see everyone at M1.
Yeah, and that's what we have, 27 people, 22 from this division. I think, and I'm like, I will live. And I look for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
There's a motion to adjourn the
Made
meeting.
by Mr. Freed. Board member has to second. Seconded by Mr. Brody. Any discussion? No. All in favor? Aye. Adjourn. Thank you very much. Hold on.